video, I would like to do a magazine tracing video. I hope you don't mind this setup. I have my little iPad stand right here, but I will be using my fingers, and also a pen right here to trace, and also we can flip through the pages together. So I hope you're excited, and let's get on with the video. Let's go. The magazine that I have in hand is called Apartmento, and this is a magazine that I got in a bookstore in Paris, in this bookstore called OFR, and it's a really cool bookstore. I really recommend if you're ever in Paris. They have really cool books and magazines and stuff. This Apartmento issue is issue number 33, and here I'm going to read. It's featuring Harry Neff, Franz Erhard, Walter, Madeline Friesendorn, Lloyd Kahn, Eric N. Mack, John Werderman, Antonia Marsh, Enrique Olvera, Ron Harad, Motoyuki Taifu, Jimmy Wright, Nashla Alzine, Hans Walter Mueller, and Rachel Rod, plus the interiors of Pedro Guerrero, text by Yamisi Aribi Salam, Jenny Wu, David Silver, Stephen Kearse, Fadi Katan, Ronan Mackenzie, Sophie McIntosh, and Amanda Maxwell, as well as Termite Trails, an essay by Diana McCauley. And this magazine retails for 18 euros. It's quite thick, if you can tell by the spine of the book, and it's super duper cute with all these illustrations. The back of the book is an ad of Loewe with Taylor Russell. So beautiful. So there's a lot of text in this magazine, as well as many illustrations and pictures, but maybe we will read a little bit of it together. So when you open the front cover, this is what you will see. Just a bunch of ads. Prada we have here with the four beautiful models. Next is another ad, it seems, but right here, let me try to show you. It says it's a Gucci design ancora 2024 by Anthony Chloe. I probably butchered the name, but it looks so cool. Here it says it's a special edition of 5 design icons, a project in collaboration with Acervus, CC Tapis, Fontana Arte, Tacchini Venini. And here is an ad for Bottega Veneta. Bali. As you can see here. What the heck is this? Don't ask me, but this seems like an oven or something like that. No, something with the kitchen. Here, throwing fits of fashion podcasters. Okay, I don't know anything, but cool, I guess. This is really cute, Marimekko. Oh my god, this feels like a Pinterest board. Magnyberg. No. So here I have this text. Ibushoko by Yemisia Aribisala. I remember reading a little bit about it, and it's talking about this chair that she drinks on, or something like that. It's really cute. I really like the text. And this is Matinee by Sophie McIntosh. And this is a dish for dawn by Fadi Katan. And we have Frozen Time by Jenny Wu. And this is an ad for Arcade. I see all the cool girls, or cool girls, shall we say. Always shopping at Arcade. This is an essay called Denzel by Stephen Kiersey. Shall we read a little bit of an excerpt of Denzel by Stephen Kiersey. My mom loves Denzel Washington. We've spent enough hours in his company that he's become a family friend, a deacon. She doesn't tend to say his last name when she talks about him, or even the titles of films he stars in. Denzel movie or the new Denzel. And a quick plot synopsis can reliably steer a conversation toward the right work. When I was a kid, she took me to see a lot of the Denzel canon in theaters on Fridays. A former letter courier, she worked early most Saturdays, but she had to get her Denzel on opening night. I remember falling asleep during the hurricane, and he got game and shaking with fear during The Bone Collector. My mom's contempt for 1995's virtuosity has kept me from watching it, but I don't think she's alone. I recall often seeing the VHS cover for the film on the dustiest shelves of the video rental stores we frequented when I was a kid. Those stores tended to quarantine their worst offerings, placing them as far from the entrance as possible, and on the bottom shelves a warning. Let me switch to a pen. Antagonism. This pulpy plot and its vibrant period fidelity would be thrilling on their own, but Devil in a Blue Dress seeks to interrogate the hard-boiled genre as much as indulge it. Because he's black, Easy doesn't get to gallantly dash across the city like the typical wise guy gumshoe. His access to people, places, and leads is brokered, negotiated. He has to extract information like a Jenga player, cautiously, nervously. Similar to the manager of my old video store Stomping Grounds, director Carl Franklin and his crew are fastidiously attentive to the politics of space. The film dwells on the values and rules that are encoded in rooms and their layouts, boldly humanizing the people and places of South Central Los Angeles at a time when the area was synonymous with gang violence and urban decay. We first meet Easy inside a bar on Central Avenue, a hub for black Angelenos at the time. He is welcome here, a status indicated by his comfortable attire and bearing. He sits in a chair wearing a tank top, a pencil tucked behind his ear. He's not as reposed. Once he starts traversing the city, the mood shifts palpably anytime Easy passes through the doorway, which happens often in the jaunty film. Gazes assist him, authoritative bodies obstruct him, shoulders relax or tense. Every scene in the period piece makes note of who does or doesn't belong, what is and isn't sanctioned. Segregation is a perverse choreography. The thrill of the film is that Easy doesn't kowtow to the oppressive racial order of the city. Instead, he finesses it, playing off of the ways spaces receive him. When he heads to a bustling black nightclub to follow a lead, he dons a casual but dapper outfit and works the crowded room, obscuring his mission by pretending he's got an appetite for a white woman. When he demands a bar owner who has lied to him come clean, he assails the man's beloved bar top with a hammer, reciprocating the intimate betrayal. And when he seeks information about who's really bankrolling his mission, he rocks a swanky suit and hat and struts right into the mansion of a wealthy white man like he's got business there. He leaves with a job. Easy's shape-shifting stands out among Washington's standard rules. He generally plays leaders and hotshots, swaggering captains, noble soldiers, upstart attorneys, stern coaches, steely dads. The song lyric: "This ain't a Denzel movie," doesn't try to think fast by rapper Billy Woods, alludes to the authoritative man of Washington's stock character. Easy is also a leading man, but he's more quietly self-assured. He tends to pause before entering these treacherous rooms, a reflex I read as both a survival tactic and an act of agency. He knows the risks of his performances: jail, injury, death. That knowledge guides him, steadies him as he becomes who he must be to survive Los Angeles. I love that this chameleonic hustle pushes him to engage with his surroundings rather than reject them. He remains deeply attached to the city despite its corruption and its precarity. "I loved coming home to my house," he says in a voiceover early in the film. his home life over the course of the quick-moving story, which crucially has multiple scenes of his humble bungalow being invaded. But at the margins of the plot, Easy is a local fixture. He waves at and chats with neighbors, dozens on his porch, and plants trees in his yard. He is rooted in this community. His labor is always in service of coming back to his corner lot, his place. I'm too critical to share my mom's enthusiasm for Washington's full oeuvre, but I loyally watch his movies, old and new, because he always imbues his character with this self-possession, with this conviction that black people belong in this world, that we are actors in it, agents of change and possibility. Denzel movie doesn't explicitly capture the vision of the directors, co-stars, and producers who he works with, but it is not a term of erasure. It is one of endearment, a summons to admire the craftsmen as well as the collaborators and stories he corrals. Let me flip through a little bit, okay? Are you guys familiar with Harry Neff? So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It's also on the cover as well. But I believe that she was an assistant. She was an actor. She was in The Idol, starring Lily Rose Depp, and I believe she was the assistant. I have never watched it, so don't come for me. But let me read a little bit of this, preface, a little bit of this intro to this interview, shall I? Let's go. Timing, they say, is everything. Some people are born under the right stars. This is an understatement for Hari Nef, who seems to be the right person with the winning combination of talent, looks, and attitude required to navigate this cultural moment and thrive. Nev has done the impossible. She left New York a well-known personality with a sizable online following and returned a few years later to legit Hollywood starlet. From the outside, this meteoric rise seemed instant. One moment, Nev's a memorable downtown door girl and Egghouse Lotta model, and the next she's flirting with Ryan Gosling on the silver screen. Nev landed the role of a lifetime as the most iconic doll in the world in last year's inescapable commercial tidal wave, Barbie, the film that defined the notorious character's values to the masses, featured Nev as the brand's canonical doctor. And if this wasn't enough, that same spring she appeared in another A-list production, HBO's limited series, The Idol. Nev played Talia Hirsch, an emotionally manipulative Vanity Fair reporter who's an assignment profiling pop princess Jocelyn, played by Lily Rose Depp. I meet up with Nev in her first adult apartment, a loft-like studio that straddles the border between the West Village and Chelsea, with windows that open up to a view of the Whitney Museum of American Art. Her pink apartment, a few tasteful shades lighter than the Barbie pink, mixes the formality of Hollywood Regency with the youthful cool of the downtown art and club scenes where she first got her start. It's a crossroads moment for Nev. Her ascension came on the heels of a decade of more indie projects and a dedicated social media presence in which the aspiring actor educated the world much. And this is the turquoise velvety sofa with these photos above. I wonder who these are of. Look at this Olaf. And this is a figurine of a horse galloping. And this is probably her walk-in closet or the closet. The lamp looks so cool now. Look, this is the bedroom, I'm assuming. This is so cute. A blingy banana. And her sunglasses. And the oh, what is this? This is a table, or maybe just like a little desk to put our little trinkets or something like that. Kitchen. And the bathroom. Here, she says, the interviewer asks, "Are you ready to be a lead?" And she answers, "Literally, my only goal for 2024 is a leading role. I don't want to be a scene stealer anymore." So I'm assuming that's her goal. And this is Franz Erhard Walter. This is cool. We still have a lot to go, so I'm going to flip through a little bit because the video, I think, is getting a little bit long. Wow, these are some yellow pages. Oh, this is of Hans Walter Mueller. I have no idea what they do, so I have no idea what these pictures are, but I'm assuming that he's an architect because it says architecture, but not quite sure. I should read into it a little bit more later. I have a little essay. Oh, this is Lloyd Kahn, and the intro says, hailed as the king of DIY dwellings and the guru of Shelter, Dome Book 1, 1970, Dome Book 2, 1971, and Shelter 1973, all of which influence contemporary architectural practice and imagination to this day, alongside the legacy of similar publications at the time, such as the Well Earth Catalog 1968, for which Lloyd served as Shelter editor. His books aim to give the agency to the people and remain highly successful how-to Bibles for owner-built constructions. More than just manuals, these publications also tell beautiful tales of the folks who decided to create their household differently, reimagining a way of life more consciously related to the environment, liberated from capitalism and its alienating methods of production. It's only after arriving in Italy and seeing our installation in Venice dedicated to him and his work that I believe Lloyd's fully realized the scope of our admiration for him. Since then, we have become dear friends and travel buddies through many long conversations during our trips and on the phone. Lloyd has become something of a role model to me for how to stay physically and mentally fit, curious, open-minded, and radically true to yourself, and he still has lots of stories to tell. Coolio. Let me just flip to the end because, whoa, what is this? This is cool. See, wait, why does she look like Millie Bobby Brown a little bit? No, okay, maybe just me. I need to read this, like, actually, it's like packed with information. Wait. Interesting. I just want to read a little bit, just maybe a couple of sentences for this. But Tokyo Shibuya district is a subcultural heart of the city. Music and fashion are as varied as its steep geography, a cultural landscape squeezed between the Kanda and Meguro rivers. The district is also home to Tokyo Toilet Project, a collection of 17 public restrooms renovated as a testament to Japan's culture of fastidious care and attention. Launched in 2020, the project has evolved alongside much of central Shibuya as it has been reshaped to boost the country's tourism. Motoyuki Taifu recently photographed Mark Newson, the Australian industrial designer, commissioned to reimagine one of these commune spaces. Outside is replica of a small barn slipped beneath a slapped expressway. These emblems of modern Japan, idealized by the Tokyo Toilet Project, also a backdrop of Wim Wenders' latest film Perfect Days, are skewed by the photography of Motoyuki, for whom ideas of common good, to quote Wenders, are cheekily questioned with a healthy dose of cynicism. That's cool. Interesting. Is that the point? I'm wondering now, because it's called apartamento. Is it just going to like people's houses and stuff and like taking pictures and such? I don't know. But yeah, I'm very excited to dive a little bit deeper in all of these stories and interviews. Sounds very, very cool and exciting. Anyways, thank you guys so much for joining me today, and I hope I will see you in my next video. Let's go. Bye. Good night.